We are live. Posted here, actually at the post, and just tapping in right quick. I got word that a hurricane is headed to Southern California, Baja California also. Boom, what up, bro? So yeah, that's interesting. A little scary too. So we got an expedition coming up real soon here. I just got word today we're gonna be meeting up shortly here, and just planning on hitting up that spot we were talking about. So we're gonna be heading into the Los Padres National Forest, to a spot where Tate Hieronymus had some thermal footage out of. He had a thermal encounter, and we've been to that area a couple times, and we're gonna touch base again there. So that's gonna be really interesting with this storm coming, depending on where about the storm's gonna hit, how far it's gonna go up. I heard it's like 600 miles or so, or something like that. And so it seems like a pretty big one. They're predicting 2 to 3 inches of rain. And actually up here, we got to figure out something, maybe put sandbags, because we notice when it rains, certain times when it rains, we'll get little leaks inside of the shop. So we'll be sure to patch that up somehow. And they're actually doing some, you see some street and road work here. They just marked that there. And I think they just redid the other side of the street. So anyway, so yeah, definitely a precaution to take. You know, you're supposed to check the weather. I check the weather before I go out to spots. And for some of those that believe in the missing 411 phenomenon, it's a thing. You know, the weather plays a role. And this particular spot I mentioned has a big case that made, you know, the internet and everything. It was I think it was Mike Herdman, the firefighter out of Arcadia. I always get those two mixed up. I usually don't get those mixed up, but for some reason, now that I'm doing this live, I get mixed up with those two towns. But Arcadia, he was a firefighter and went missing mysteriously there, and was later found dead, and it was just really sad. What's up, Marty? Just touching base here. It's still on for Los Padres National Forest. So Tate Hieronymus and those, some of the guys, I think Ron is still with them. They hit me up earlier this week and did a little FaceTime from the Redwoods. So I know they're making their way down, and they should probably be down in Southern California real short here soon. So that's cool. And so yeah, even though they're aware of the storm, I guess it's still on to go out and explore this area and check it out. It's a nice area. I've actually only done it during the night time. I think there was 2 times that we went that I remember. And then yeah, right? Don't yeah, for sure. No, I keep that in mind. I'm gonna take all the proper precautions. And yeah, I was really thinking about it. I was like, man, is it a good idea? But you know, it's part of their schedule, so I'm willing to jump on board, and definitely gonna be safe. And you know, out here usually when we get water, you know, there's flash floods, mudslides and stuff. Southern Cali is known for that, and also Northern California. So yeah, definitely safety first. And so yeah, I think I'm pretty prepped. I'm not going overly packed like this last trip. I took as much as possible, which wasn't much because I don't have most of my gear here. And so I'm just taking what I have, and I know my brother has some things he might be able to lend me as well. So I'll just take the essentials. And I know I'm gonna have to give some of the guys a ride up because some of their vehicles won't be able to make it to the spot. And so I do have a 4x4 on my rig, so should be able to make it up there with no problem. Tate's got his Jeep, so that should be good. But yeah, this area, I've done some digging around before, and the STM guys have done some stuff on Southern California, cryptids and Sasquatch and even UFOs lately, and so that's been really cool. And I've always tapped into my surrounding areas and throughout the state. And War Criminal, what's up, bud? And we got Danny up in here, right on. And so yeah, I really like that a lot of attention's coming to the southern part of California, because there is history here with all types of stuff, even your dogmen, which I don't get too into, but I know it's there, and even down at the border. So there's a lot of stuff going on down at the border, which for a long time made me think, a border's not gonna stop. We got the street cleaner going by Friday. City vibes. It's wild. Down at the border, that's not going to be holding any cryptids back or anything like that. So I'm, for a long time, would imagine that these Sasquatches that are being seen in the southern part of California also are probably being seen on the opposite side in Mexico. And so I really want to tap into some of the towns there. And my family's actually from a kind of a border town. Well, it's not kind of, it's a border town. And then some other towns that are up in the mountains and stuff. And I mentioned one of these spots is a UFO hotspot. And they just had a big conference, like camp out there for 3 days. But I heard it wasn't much of a turnout. I mean, the turnout was huge, but as far as the UFOs, there wasn't much activity. And someone over at the Sunday gathering here at Sequoia Park, this gentleman from San Diego, California, and him and his wife are really tapped in, and they're looking to buy property in this Mexican town, La Rumorosa. And so he was telling me that, yeah, he just thinks that people were just not on the right vibe. Everyone was cool, but they weren't possibly concentrating on the main goal, which was to make some sort of contact. Or what up, Jessica? Good to see you. And so yeah, I don't know, but it must have been interesting, man. I can't imagine that town being full of that many people. He said there was a lot of people, but yeah, what was my thing here? I kind of lost myself. Anyway, somewhere in the UFO topic now. But yeah, Los Padres, National Forest, interesting place, and we'll see what happens. Especially if there's gonna be rain and all that, a hurricane coming through. I don't know how much we're gonna be able to do, but if there is some sort of paranormal phenomenon happening with weather and these sorts of places, it would be interesting to check it out. I've been through some gnarly storms myself up in the woods and stuff like that, and not that I could remember anything, off the bat, but I do have to think about it. But it's interesting. I think Dina P, what was it, last year or so, had you guys down in Florida had those storms going through. I know she was documenting some of the storm, and I told her to keep an eye out for anything strange. You might pick up something. So it makes me wonder, what is it about these storms that kind of relate to some of these missing person cases? I've been hearing more about fog, and fog's always been mysterious and a thing to me. People think cryptids. Are cryptids coming in the fog, or is there entities coming with the fog? UFOs are also reported in fog, right? Oh yeah, Pamela, good to see you. And for sure they could be hiding in the clouds. Up in Mount Shasta, they're known. Lowland P, greetings. Yeah, I missed the show with Eric. Jeez, I gotta hit that up. Iron Dogger, what up? Oh man, are you in Oregon again? heading back up to Alaska. Nice. You've been bouncing back and forth. I love that. I got to jump on one of those trips with you. Give me the invite. But yeah, so I'm just, definitely aware of where we're going, what's happened there. And I'm pretty sure if we dig a little more, there's other cases, 411 type cases in that area. I know in the surrounding areas for sure. And maybe I'll bring those up later. I'll do a little digging around and yeah, so we're supposed to meet up at a cool spot. It's going to be the Bigfoot Tavern. And hopefully everyone shows up. I'm excited to see there's going to be some special guests, it seems like. So fingers crossed. And yeah, I should be making it. So super excited. Tapping in with y'all, letting you guys know also where I'm going. So you guys have a heads up, and I'll be letting the fam know. And I'll tap in with you guys once all this starts. I'll be doing little videos throughout the journey, and hopefully it's a good one. So all right, y'all, have a great rest of the weekend. Great Friday. I'll be tapping in with you guys if anyone's posting anything. And as always, I'm probably forgetting a bunch of stuff I want to talk about, but if I get the urge, I'll tap back in live. And yes, have fun, everyone. You guys all have fun. That's what we're here for. And thank y'all for dropping by. Yeah, was Danny on Paranormal Highway today? I gotta check that out. So Eric, right when Eric's doing his show, I'm getting ready for my day. So it kind of, it doesn't work out for me, but I could always tap in later. You guys also who are gonna be watching the live later or whatever, it's no problem if you miss it. I always get I'm sorry. No, you can watch it later. Watch it again whenever you want. So yeah, you can shop on through the phone also. We'll ship, but yeah, come by the store whenever. No pressure. And yeah, we'll be tapping back in, you guys. We'll be sharing some more videos. Definitely doing some more sky watching. I've seen several things zoom by today, but nothing hovering yet. But I'm sure we'll probably get a video for today. And I'll keep posting those videos as long as it keeps happening. I know for some it's boring or whatever, or they can't see. It's happening. So, and Carlos Skywatcher got an awesome, really, really awesome footage of some stuff. I believe it's his. Posted on his channel. I posted on the community page. Stay tuned. Love y'all. Ciao, ciao.